Nimona. Nimona.
Hey, boss. Our sidekick has arrived.
I mean, what a film. I have seen many animation movies, brilliant one. But this is something. To be honest, I didn't expect this movie to be that good, or any good actually. I thought it's just going to be an average movie with just one cool character. That's it. And now, after watching the movie, I'm like, well, I just totally love it. Love it. Hi, my name is Lucky and you are watching The Sensible Review. There are many things that makes Nimona a great film, but I think the first thing that we have to talk about is its animation. The animation is sick.
Good evening, folks.
And if you pay attention, there is a lot of detailed work that you can notice. Plus, I love the color schemes used in the film. They do have a positive impact on the look and feel of the film. But more importantly, all the characters are smartly designed and animated. For instance, if we look at Nimona's character, the way she behaves makes those faces.
Who do you want to kill first?
What? Does that shapeshifting?
That's not my name. Done quick, boss. That's not my name.
I mean, that is meta. That looks so cool and funny, both at the same time. And not only the characters, but this whole fictional kingdom doesn't look like fictional at all. It looks more like futuristic. It's actually a deadly combination of medieval time meets technology. I have never ever seen anything like this in an animation movie. Surely the animation team deserve a great round of applause for this job well done. Or let's say, the animation well done. Voiceover. Animation is about creating a sequence of images. Voiceover brings those images to life. And if somehow the voice talent isn't good, no matter how good is the animation, it loses its impact. So in this case of Nimona, not only the animation is awesome, but the voice talent is equally brilliant. These guys.
Let him hear about the job.
Job? What job? Will the kingdom accept this knight who might not be right?
They have done a wonderful job. It's also clear that the most challenging voiceover is definitely for Nimona's character, and the way Chloe Grace Moretz, the way she has captured the nuances of Nimona's character with her voice, I mean, that is commendable. All others, they have done full justice to their characters, but she is on another level.
Sweet murder ball.
Murder wall?
Are these your next targets? Who do you want to kill first? He wants blood.
Blood?
Your blood.
I don't want blood.
Buckets of blood.
What I want is answers, so start talking.
We start step.
No stabbing.
Slap me.
I mean, she is too good to be true, but she is too good and it is true. Story. About the story, I would say it's simple, brilliant, and beautiful. Moreover, it's meaningful, which is hard to find these days. There's so much that you can learn from this movie. I actually have decided to make a separate video on that. But for now, let's focus on the story. So what is the story? Well, it's about a knight who gets framed to kill the queen of the land, and a little girl who happens to be a shape-shifting monster. The problem with being a monster is that nobody likes you. I mean, nobody. That means you are alone in this world full of people. So when Nimona sees the news of a knight who has killed the queen, she decides to be on his side, or let's say to be his.
Your sidekick has arrived.
But why she wants to be his sidekick? Well, she just wants to be with someone people hate as much as they do her. But this bonding between these two doesn't happen instantly like this, no. At first, that night, Ballister bowled hard. He refuses to take Nimona's help because he is a good guy who believes in truth and justice. But he soon realizes that once people see you as a villain, then that is what you are. Nothing more, no matter how hard you try. After that, with the help of this little girl who's quite helpful somehow, Ballister decides to find out the real murderer, I mean the one who's behind all that. And they do find out that person quite soon because the story of the film is not about a quest to find a murderer. No, it's actually about finding the true form of a monster. And also, when first time Nimona does the shape-shifting, Ballister's reaction was priceless and he does call Nimona a monster. On that she's like, don't call me that. And then he's like, okay, you're not a fire-breathing monster, but you do that shape-shifting? People don't do that. I do, says Nimona. The reason why I'm talking about this one particular scene from the movie is because it's a very important part of the story. You see, this is the moment when Ballister learns about Nimona that she is a shape-shifting monster, but he still decides to be with her. For that we can say he's a good guy and maybe he can see something good in Nimona too. Or we can say she's the only person willing to help. There's no one else. So he doesn't have a choice but just to be with her. And she is very helpful. So whatever is the reason, the first, the second, or both, it doesn't matter, because what matters is that once Ballister knows the truth about Nimona, Nimona is free to be what exactly she is. Now there is no more hiding, and once that happens, the real bond of friendship between these two begins to develop. Even as an audience, we can feel their connection like they are some kind of best buddy. Everything is going perfect and awesome. And then comes a point when it looks like maybe it was all Nimona's plan to destroy their world, their kingdom. I mean, she is a monster, so that has to be the obvious plan. To know exactly what happens, watch Nimona. And if you have already seen it, it's time to move to the next section, and that is the screenplay. Screenplay. Screenplay is so well written. It creates layers and layers of awesomeness and makes this simple story look complex. Good writing is the main reason why Nimona is a masterpiece in its own. I mean, I love the way the scenes are written, the attention that has been put to the details, and of course, the characterization. Everything about this movie is just phenomenal. Now I'm going to show you few scenes from the movie which are really worth mentioning. Actually, the whole movie is worth mentioning, but I can't show you the whole picture. So just have a look at these scenes.
Wait.
Yes, evil Larry?
Okay, so this scene happens just after Nimona's true identity gets revealed, and here she offers her help to Ballister to clear his name in exchange to be his official sidekick forever and ever. And just after that, this is what she does. I mean, just look at it.
Can you just be you, please?
I don't follow.
Go, you.
But I'm not a girl. I'm a shark. Hey, you ever put your head in the mouth of one of these?
Should have just stayed in jail.
Come on!
I know you want it. This is simply crazy.
Okay. We just have to get to the market and find the squire without drawing any attention. We'll be
Here you can see Ballista is talking about going quietly, and there she appears as a cat, making so much noise and covering her mouth with those paws, which looks completely adorable. I just love it. And you can also see that she's talking to Ballista as well as playing with that mouth. And just look at that poor creature.
Brace it!
Ma'am?
Stay strong, Ambrosius. The blood of Glorith runs through your veins.
Ambrosius. Knights!
They were like this when I got here.
Okay, wait a minute. Here we can clearly see her throwing a guard, making a pile of guards or something, and then lying on their face like, oh, they were already like this when I got here. But that is not what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on the next part, which is crazy, by the way.
You.
Me.
You. Yeah, it's me. This is so relatable. Haven't we done something similar to this? I mean, I'm just thinking about what the writers were thinking when they were picking up all these small little moments from life. This movie is crazy. I think I have already used this word crazy already so many times. Well, scenes like these have nothing to do with storytelling. I'm sorry. It has everything to do with storytelling, what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say here is that if we take out such scene from the movie, it has no impact on the main story of the film. The main story remains intact without these scenes. But they do have a great impact on characterization. You see, scenes like these, details like these are the reasons why Nimona's character is extremely lovable. I mean, not only Nimona's character, but all other characters and this whole movie. And there is a balance. Even though Nimona is talking about killing and destruction, Ballista Boldheart's character, his goodness, and Nimona's fun side, they are all there to highlight the good and the positive side and overshadow Nimona's dark side until the point when we actually get to see her. I mean, this is insane characterization. The name of the movie is Nimona, but that doesn't mean the movie is just about her. There are many other major and minor characters in the movie which are equally important. The characterization of movie is such that each character feels like someone that you know from your personal life, like the kind of people that we see around. It's very hard to achieve that, and they are doing it in an animation movie like a piece of cake. Wow. I can't talk about all the main characters of the movie, otherwise there will be no stopping of me. Then I won't be able to stop talking about them. But there's this one character that I really want to talk about. We all have heard this dialogue like, the role in a movie is not about its length, but its importance. There is a character like that as well. I'm talking about the character of the Queen. That character appears for about 2 minutes in the movie, and just look at her impact. And just look at that character. Just think about it. Allowing a common man to be the knight of the kingdom. I mean, that is the message of equality. The way she's looking at the people of realm, I mean, that is how our leaders should be. I mean, this movie is actually so good, so great. Characters, they feel like they have their own story, their own way of thinking, and I mean, even the character of director. I mean, I can feel her. I can feel the way she is looking at things and why she's doing all that. I mean, when you become that extremist, when you lose yourself to those ideas, and I mean, you're no longer ready to listen to anything else, but you have this idea in your mind and you believe in that idea, I mean, so hard, and you just don't want to let it go. This is called characterization, and it's beyond words. Problems Actually, there's no problem in the movie. I love this movie. It's just brilliant and awesome. But yes, there are two things that I don't like about the movie. The first one is the very opening sequence of the movie. I mean, when I was watching that opening part, I was actually convinced. I was like, this is going to be an average movie or below average. I was that sure. I mean, why I don't like the opening sequence is because it is too childish. And also I want to add here is that they had this one chance to show us Glorith's perspective, like what exactly happened according to her back in 1,000 years ago. But they didn't do it. But as soon as the movie starts, I was like in the movie, living, enjoying, breathing every single moment. Until there comes this scene when Nimona is in that frisky dragon avatar, trying to save Ballister, and there comes this falling car, and she stopped that car with her tail. And that's how she saves the life of a little girl, and then she turns into a little girl as well. And she asks that girl like, oh, are you okay? And that little girl, she just pick up that sword and she's like, monster. On that, Nimona freezes. I mean, that scene was, what can I say? As I said, I was in the movie, loving, enjoying, breathing every single moment. But when that scene came, I was suddenly pushed out. I lost my connection with the movie. Even later when I learned about like why this word monster was a very triggering word for her, what exactly happened and what she has gone through. But I have watched this movie so many times. I mean, how many times? I don't know. So many. But every time when I get to that point, watching that scene, I lose my connection with the movie. Every single time. And that is a problem somehow. I mean, I believe that there's no problem in writing, but somehow they were not able to execute that scene properly. Like it doesn't come up naturally. That is a problem. Okay, so let's move to the next section now. Theme. I actually saved this one for the last. According to some people, this movie is based on LGBTQ+ theme. The character of Nimona herself is a queer character, and that shapeshifting is actually all about gender change or identity change or something like that. And this is the reason why Disney refused to make this movie at first place, and also the reason why some people, especially those who have LGBTQ+ phobia, hates this movie, despite the fact that it is a very good movie and there is so much that you can learn from this movie. Yes. There is a gay couple in the movie, Ballister, Boldheart, and Gracious Goldenloin. And there's this one kissing scene. So is it okay to put a gay or lesbian character in an animation movie? Well, for that I would say it is debatable. But if this movie is all about LGBTQ+ people, then I would say no. Definitely no. Even if the writer says so, like no, it's actually all about LGBTQ+ people, I still don't agree with them. Now you must be thinking like, how can you say that if the writers say so? Well, it is possible that they came up with this one specific theme in their mind, but somehow they end up creating something that represents every single person living on this planet Earth, including LGBTQ+ people, because they do exist on this planet Earth, whether someone like it or not. You see, it is very easy to look at things in just one way, and those who do so, in Nimona style, they are the small-minded people. The theme of the movie is actually about acceptance. Nimona is looking for acceptance. Nimona wants people to accept her the way she is. But she's not the only person looking for acceptance. Even Ballister Boldheart, he's also looking for acceptance. Remember that tagline in the very beginning? Will the kingdom accept this knight who might not be right? What is the meaning of this tagline? Remember that scene when Queen says that, okay, now you're knight of the realm now, and now he's just ready to listen, like, will the people will accept me? He's just waiting for people to like clap or cheer for him. So he's also looking for acceptance. So somehow, not just Nimona and Ballister, you and me, I mean all of us, we all are looking for some kind of acceptance in our life. I think that's all for now. I have talked too much already, and in the next video I will be talking about what you can learn from this Nimona. So I'm not done with Nimona right now. So see you soon with that video. Until then, goodbye, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, it's very common or natural phenomena to judge others. I know we all have heard this kind of stuff like don't judge people, don't judge a book by its cover, and bullshit like that. I just want to say that no, judge everyone. It's okay. It's okay to judge people. It's something that is kind of coded or programmed in our mind. We can't stop judging people. So it's very okay and normal. Even if we judge someone in the wrong way, for example, let's say we are wrong about someone, one day the truth will come out and we will see that. And when that happens, it is very important to let your judgment go away and accept the truth. But if you become that kind of person who's like, oh, no, I have made this judgment and I'm not going to let it go, then it is a problem. Otherwise, judging people is a very natural thing to do. And also now, I want to say thank you for watching till the end.